This video is brought to you in part by Dtek Tools, quality tools, essential support.
All right, we're gonna do a repair on this chiller here. This thing's fairly new, one of the newest 32 units, so it's probably less than a year. We got alarms again, that's always nice. Current alarms, suction transducer, that's great. So, yeah, you can see the oil there we have leaking, and it's actually leaking on, I believe it's leaking right there on that header. Okay, I've got my own that I made, but they just bought this one at the shop. They wanted me to try it out, so I'll go ahead and try it out. So this unit holds 165 and 167 pounds. So the way I was able to find the leak was I was using the Dtek Pro there, and it found it in like no time flat, which we'll re-verify because it's been a week since I've been here, so I don't really remember if there was only one spot or multiple spots. And it reminds you of hog fence wire. Now, like I said, this is one of the prototype units, but it looks like it hasn't changed much from what I've seen in the pictures. Let the thing warm up for about less than a minute, and we should be good to go. It's a pretty good sized leak. So, I mean, look at it, you're picking up something in here. So what we're going to show you here, look how windy it is. See the tags blowing? Normal detector is going to have a fit with this. There we go. Now you can see what's going on. Watch this. Watch how fast we hit it. Ready? Boom. Look at that. Now this is the only Inficon that you can use the parts per million mode. That's all this has is a parts per million mode. There's too many people out there that don't read their manual. I've watched their videos and they sit there, oh, I can't find no leaks. And it's like, yeah, you're in the slowest freaking mode, genius. You gotta use the damn, the PPM mode is for narrowing it down on the Stratus. It's the slowest reacting because it's made to slowly find the leak, you know, but nobody reads their manual, you know, what do you expect? I don't like reading manuals either, but when it's my main tool, watch this. It's picking up from over here even. See how it's not leaking up on top? Obviously on bottom's pretty bad. Off to the side, not so bad. So that leak is right there, and unfortunately it comes right over here to the manifold over here. Now you see how stupid that thing acted. That's your leak. That is your leak. That little bubble. That little bubble. Yep, that's it. Now granted, yeah, it's not running and it's cooler out here, but you've seen how easy it found it. Stratus would find it too, but just I doubt it would find it as easily. But we're gonna need to pull liquid out of this thing. I've been using my 1/2-inch hoses lately, and it has made a difference. I built them, got one. It's actually 3/8. I noticed this one here. I'm not too impressed. It's 1/4-inch line. It looks like 1/4-inch line is really going to restrict you down. See, it's double wound in there. We'll see how it does. I'm gonna run probably at least 3/8 hoses, 160 some pounds. So there's a lot of places I'm not allowed to record. So I was using this. This comes straight. This is the uni-weld tip. You can get it from Dtek Tools. I use my bender to bend a further than 90-degree angle so that when I'm working on things, I can't get behind like this. I can come up right behind it and get all the different areas. And it's special purpose torch head basically. So they are selling uni-weld torches and stuff at Dtek Tools now. Save yourself 6% survival at checkout. We'll probably use either this or my miniature rosebud. Either one are really great. You know, the regulators and stuff are not uni-weld, and the original handle I had was not uni-weld, and it did not work with non-uni-weld tip. We've got my 3/8 and 1/2 inch hoses here. Old Jason Johnson said he uses 1/2 inch for everything. So if it's good enough for Jason working on big boy shit, I'm cool with going that route. So what I ended up doing, went on Amazon, got me some adapters. Got my field piece, Mr. 45. Got adapters for it. So I've been working on chillers this week at another place I can't record, which is why I've not been able to put out really anything major other than that install that I did for my son. Sorry about that, but you know, it's just one of them things I don't have a lot of control over. As I get into bigger things, I'm more restricted on what I can record and where I can record, just because of proprietary stuff. Like this unit right here, if I want to get in there to unlock it, hit the lock, service login, got to go to smart service. Scan this bad boy. There we go, generating password. So there's my password. Screenshot that. And now we're gonna go over here to the password. So you wanna use a stylus or a soft pin. The keypad is so small. XX, and it should have an unlock symbol. There it is over here on the left, it's unlocked. Now I can go to home. I can reset my alarm now. I can go in here to reset alarms. And reset alarms, yes. That's on yes. You click the check mark yes. Boom, you have a little lightning bolt. And it should alarm state normal. Current alarms, no alarms found. So the neat thing is that code, if I hit log out, you either have to, you'll have to log in with that same code. You got 7 days, or if somebody else comes in here, it'll give them a brand new code. That code is going to change, and you're not going to be able to get in there and change anything. I think it's a little crazy, but it definitely keeps people out. I literally got denied multiple times using my work email. Finally, when I used my HVAC survival email, I finally got it. So go figure, right? So on this one here, we have the filter dryer right there. We use a valve core depressor tool. I got really good flow off the last couple recoveries. And we've got our adapter in here. You could do the push-pull method, liquid tube versus the other. I've been doing it both ways just to try it out. And honestly, the liquid at least drives it to the bottom. It's a toss-up. I don't think it's faster one way or the other on these tanks. Maybe the little ones, maybe, but a few things have changed since I haven't done some videos for a while. I've been using the S-Mans. I know, I've always been anti their gauges, but they did a new improvement. It's not that much bigger now. So, and the Testos had so many communication issues. Also, I got a new weight scale because, you know, if I'm gonna use these gauges, I need the weight scale. And if you're tired of the Testo gauges never connecting correctly because they have issues, I had a set of their probes before I even came to this company, so over 11 plus years ago. I've got some newer ones, and I also got the 680 meter. Neat thing about this weight scale is it has the remote display. It can go to my phone, it can go to my gauge set, or it can go to the handheld unit, which I put the handheld unit this way. This goes on the bottom of it, but I don't think it's a good idea because it's going to be down in the water muck and all that stuff. So to me, that's the only thing I don't like about it. And since I'm new to the field piece world here, she's built pretty good. I'm kind of impressed. The wireless probes work with this, which is awesome. It gives me multiple inputs on my temperature, differentials. So that's been pretty cool. Some things have changed. I'm hoping to get videos going again, but you know what? YouTube world has not been very kind to us lately, which I think a lot of these new YouTuber guys are gonna find out that the money is not there if you're hoping to make mega bucks. If you make decent money now, you make more money working on the clock than you will doing this stuff. And unfortunately, it's been the misconception that has created a lot of problems for me. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna suck the big black 1/2 inch hose into the machine, and then we'll use 3/8 in and out because high pressure is usually easier to push than it is to suck. The initial pull through, we can dump straight into the tank. That actually will speed it up quite a bit. So let's purge this hose. Here is the remote device with tar, boom, which is really interesting. they've really came a long ways. So you got the original weight there, the current weight there. If I reset the gauges, it'll pick that up as a separate weight, keep them all separate. They don't have to hook together. They can all do their own thing. So let's go ahead. This has already been vacuumed. 2 pounds, 3 pounds, 4 pounds. So we're hauling biscuits to the bakery. Once we get as much as we can get out of it, then we'll go ahead and get started with the rest of it. Wanted to see if they had an outlet in here. And I do not see one. Which this is 460 volt. Told them not to run it because we wanted to keep the unit from building pressure and making it worse than what it needs to, you know? At the bare bone minimum of reaching it. All right, so we got 30 pounds out of it. We'll valve that off and we'll run the rest into the machine. You know, only 130 to go. So we're pulling about 1 pound every 33 seconds. So turn that ice to water. Got 96 pounds in that turd. If I had a garden hose, it'd be a lot quicker to do. The 1/2-inch hose, just dump it all in there. So I went and got some more water. You can tell the water here is really good. And it's already warm. We've got the 1/2-inch hooked up. This is how I've been doing it at the other place I've been working at. You can see that we are getting a little bit of liquid in there. Actually quite a bit, surprisingly. And look how much faster this is going. 0.9, 10, 11, and that's with the 390, so we're not really much off on the pressure. It does a lot better. If you could get a hose out here to cool this thing down, it'll blow the socks off this thermalizer, basically 1/4-inch restrictor. Well, look at that. This needs updated because they compensate. I suppose the closest thing to it be 410A because they don't have R-32 in here. They ain't got 454 on here either. I guess we'll go 410A. She's just struggling. It's not perfect even in this weather. 26 pounds, 402 on discharge. It's creeping along very, very slowly. And going off that, we're at 30. So it's just about there. All right, so we got it unhooked. We've got the valve still open. Anything that might build up, we have a place for it to escape. Pressure-wise, let's take a peek here. Go to pressures, 0.3, 0.4. So it does confirm we have low pressure on both circuits, not just one. We have nothing trapped. So now we can go ahead and get started, braze it, heat it up, maybe add some alloy to it, and be done. It's not that big a deal. Like I said, it looks like they just didn't do a very good job cleaning it up. So we're gonna clean that thing up with some brake cleaner and then the wire brush and then hit it and get it. R-32. Hopefully it don't blow my face off. We'll find out here in a second. As soon as we get that hot and it starts to molt, hopefully that pipe's far enough into the pipe to hold itself. Guess we'll find out. Usually that pipe there will have a lip that comes out towards it. Chances are somebody probably moved it when it was cooling, screwed it up, I don't know. You can tell it's sucking that heat up because I mean it's not wanting to follow me anywhere. It kind of stays right where we got it at. The biggest pipe's going to be the one we're going to put most of our heat to. The little one obviously is going to heat up quicker. Kind of heat that top up a little bit. Probably need to be a little thin. There we go. We can put a little filler up there just in case as we get closer. Hitting set point. sure they use probably better, higher percentage copper filler than what we use. Yep, I think we got our feet. Don't need to get it. Here we go. It looks like we got it. I'm sure it probably did. Got some pretty heavy duty stuff there. I just basically was looking to melt the base layer, add a little bit of filler, and then maybe build an extra bridge across it to help protect it against future vibrations that's going to cause it to leak. Yeah, that lip, get the pipe going across, and what they'll do is they'll drill it and they'll pull up and they'll yank it out. I've seen this at AHR. They sell a funny looking little drill bit thing, and it will turn and then pull it up. That way the pipe goes into it, kind of gives it a shoulder onto the pipe. Got what I'm saying? Okay, good. All right, well, I did not pick up anything else over here. I just, like I said, that chicken chiller thing I had done that I pulled down, all of my leaks were on these. Well, I had to go back and do the other circuits, and I had a total of 3 circuits so far that's repaired, and I think I got 1 to 2 more to go yet, which is great. Well, let's see if we can get this sucked down. And basically we didn't pull it, you know, we didn't let anything into it. I did not run the nitrogen on it, not going to when we got something like that. Let's go ahead and suck it down, get any air out that might have snuck up in through the hose, and start recharging it back again. We'll weigh it all back in. It really was not that low. And when we get done vacuuming this out, we'll pump it back in there with the recovery machine. We'll go ahead and hook the mag current gauge up over here on the suction side. I always hate it when people don't clean off their mess after fixing a leak. Looking for leaks when they don't need to. Kind of crazy how that galvanized already looks like crap. All right, so we've got about 20 pounds in it, 21 pounds, and I wanted to scan it before we get too far along, because there's nothing worse than getting a bunch of refrigerant back in there and not being able to just pull around and fixing it. I am recording video. I am. So we have nothing leaking there, plus this also makes sure that everybody else seen it. And so I'm not picking up anything on any of these spots here, so I think we're good to go. What we did is we got it evacuated. We've got the vacuum pump, and we back seated the valve core depressor, bled the lines out, and now we are good to go. So I'm letting it dump all the liquid in first, and then we'll go ahead and pump the remaining out or into it. We'll know exactly how much is in there. This just makes it a lot quicker, and I don't even have to run the unit to do it, because this kind of weather here, it's not going to run much. All right, we can see right there that we went pure vapor, so we're going to suck the rest of the vapor in. So we'll probably have about 53, 54 pounds out of this one, and I know I got just shy, about 98 pounds on the other one. Okay, got the new one on there. Got a little bleed here. Zero it out. Wrote down 53 up top there, just so we know. Okay, let her eat. So we're just about there. We got 93, 94 pounds in, plus the 53. I got 20 pound cylinder here. We've lost a little bit in the transfer process, but I swear I had 98 on this originally, but we're down to 9 pounds of pressure. I think we pretty much got as far as we're gonna get. The old weight scale does a really good job. Bumpers on the bottom, they got a place here for the remote, and then you got 6 batteries, I think, or is it 4? They use double A's, which is always nice, 6 double A's. So it should last quite a while, and even no matter how you have it setting, it's hitting on different spots to protect the weight scale itself. It's pretty stout. The shop bought us some generic ones that screw on it, made by Navac. All right, so lefty tighty, righty loosey. Yeah, this part here seems pretty stupid to just because it's not. There we go. That should. Seems not to be leaking. One component, so it don't really matter technically if it's supposedly one component. You can tell there's a restriction out of that tank because I'm opening this all the way up and it's not choking. All right, there's 17. Bam. Stop. Self-replaying, self-burn, whatever you want to call it. Awesome. Shut off on its own. Okay, back that out. This is how I'm able to undo it without losing vacuum. Those things are just absolutely the best I've seen valve core depressor tools by Appian. Ttek Tools Survival. Check out, save money. They are a great supporter of the channel. Yep. Ouch. All right, so we've got everything picked up. Caps are on the liquid receiver. No reason to change filler dryer because it never was down. System's new. It's not like the system is 100 years old. We have an alarm there. Let's go ahead and go into current alarms. Suction transducer, suction A. We can go in there. Let's go ahead and see if we can reset that. Reset alarms. You'll get that when it goes down to 0 like it does. But if it comes back, we're gonna have to get a new suction transducer. It's whatever. So everything's turned on. This screen is near impossible to read. It's definitely a pain in the butt when it comes to that. Other than that, that's about it. So we've been having some problems with the contactors, the coils. I got some protection device in the coils. We've had problems with that. All right, guys, if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more like it, make sure you subscribe, click the notification bell, and smack your mama. All right, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, I know it probably wasn't the most exciting thing in the world, a leak repair, but it's definitely a bigger unit. So it's what we had to do. It's what we had today. This has been a week of a lot of places I can't record, like I said. If you liked it, hit smack the like. So if you would, smack the thumbs button, give it a subscribe, all the like, and all that other some love stuff. And then until next time, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.